Hey, hey, Dripping Springs. It's Ashley Tellis with another episode of Here's the Drip. This is a very special episode for a few reasons. This is episode 20 of season 2, and this marks 1 year for this little show happening. Today's guests are super special to our community. We have Stephanie and Audrey, and we're going to be talking about the Dripping Springs Education Foundation. So Stephanie, why don't we start with you? Why don't you introduce yourself? And I know you as a realtor, but that's not what we're talking about today.
Nope, not today. Hey, Dripping, I'm Stephanie Collins. I am a local realtor like the fabulous Ashley here, but I also for the last 5 years have been a board member for the Dripping Springs Education Foundation. And this is my third year to chair gala for the Education Foundation. You may have attended Denim Diamonds. It's a great big fun party. We're bringing it to you virtually this year because, well, it's this year.
Yes,
um,
it's not over yet.
not over yet. But if you're not familiar, the Dripping Springs Education Foundation is a nonprofit that supports solely the Dripping Springs Independent School District. So we raise funds and it all goes right back into Dripping Springs ISD. We're known for our innovative teacher and student grants. But the thing that we're really focused on, our big need that we're funding this year, especially in a pandemic and whenever fundraising has changed, is an initiative we launched, Audrey, you might know, a year or 2 years ago. It's our mental health initiative. We're really proud of that one. We've staffed full-time counselors in elementary, middle, and high school. And we're just really excited to be able to give back to the students and teachers of the district.
We're so grateful as a mama for the Education Foundation. If I could share really quickly, my first exposure was when my son was in kindergarten at DSE, and they got together and they wrote like a grant proposal as kindergartners to petition for a hand dryer in the bathrooms because they felt like the paper towel dispensers were too wasteful. And they got it. Like these 5 and 6-year-olds got it. I'm like, that is so cool. So that was my first exposure, but y'all do such big scale things. Audrey, will you talk to us a little bit more about the Education Foundation and y'all's gala coming up?
Sure, yes. And I am very new to the foundation. I've been here a little bit over a month, but I have been, feet on the ground, getting acclimated, and I'm so excited to be on board. I am just so passionate about what the foundation does and supporting the students and teachers. And as Stephanie mentioned, supporting the entire school district with this mental health initiative is so important. I think it's something that we're all talking about and we're all aware of, and we know that it doesn't, stop anywhere. In Dripping Springs, we're experiencing it just as much as anywhere else. So we're so proud to bring that to our schools. And to support the amazing teachers and students in our school district. And one of the ways that we are doing that is through our virtual gala, which we are very excited about. It will be streaming from Hudson's on Mercer, so a local spot. We're going to have students MC the event and perform throughout the evening, and it'll be a fundraiser for the foundation. It's free to watch, so we encourage everyone to register and watch on April 16th. We're going to have an auction. We'll have raffle prizes, so you can still participate with us, but it'll just be from your home or office. So a little bit different from a typical gala year, but we are hoping that we're able to reach even more people in our community and let them know about all the good that we're doing to support the school district.
Can you attend Denim and Diamonds?
Do what now?
Can you attend wearing denim and diamonds?
Of course.
Okay.
Please do.
And Audrey, can you talk, or Stephanie, you could fill this too, a little bit more about like what does this mental health initiative look like? Like what is the actionable result that is going to come.
Totally. So we are in the second year of a 3-year commitment to the school district to fund these 3 mental health positions that work across all of our campuses. So these mental health professionals are fielding students that may be struggling with anxiety, depression, maybe they have a trauma that they're working through from their family life. And they are really there to help the kids either work through that or help them find a place that they can go and get either coping skills or the help that they need. And so they're helping hundreds and thousands of kids, they're helping hundreds of kids with thousands of touches and interventions. They've, referred students out for really serious mental health issues. And they've been able to help kids on campus deal with other things that they may need. So before, we didn't have these full-time mental health professionals stepping in to help our kids in this way. And it's really kind of like a full child approach, really, at providing this service for them and making it accessible, having it at school. Not every family has the means to see a mental health professional, but it's at your school. It's accessible and available to all of our students. So it's a really great program.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I might be getting some feedback on one of y'all's computers, so I apologize for that if it sounds a little crazy on y'all's end, and I'm just like yelling questions.
Well, I do have school buses like going by my window right now, so I'm sorry too.
Oh, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. So before we went into our recorded session here, you mentioned that you started during what I'm calling Snowvid 21. And I just think it's so amazing. Nobody could have predicted a pandemic that we were going to be going into, that you guys had already started this mental health initiative, and how incredible that that's in place to help our kids navigate a pandemic. I feel like that puts us light years ahead of a lot of other districts. And I hope that we'll see a trend of these initiatives popping up in all kinds of districts. I'm curious, where was the brainchild for this? Were you guys seeing other districts do this? Did somebody come up with it on their own? Where did this idea come from?
A couple of years ago, we went to the district. We had stepped up from fundraising efforts like the gala and other things. We felt like we could kind of have a bigger seat at the table. And the executive committee and the executive director at the time sat down with the school board and said, what's the need? What do you really need? What's a big ask? Bring us a big ask. And like we mentioned earlier, Dripping Springs is not unique in the need for mental health. Every school district across the nation needs it. But it was kind of, okay, a big wish, a big thing that we need is we want to be a district that provides more for our kids. And they brought that back to the board, and we brainstormed and said, we're ready to take this on. And that really was just letting them know we believe in this community. We believe this community will give and support this. So it relies a lot on the generosity of the community to keep initiatives like this going. But that really was like, ask big, and we're delivering, and we've been able to make that financial commitment. And we're really hoping that this virtual gala, what's so fun about Denim and Diamonds, it's a big fun party, and we come together and we raise a lot of money. This year will look a lot different. We've got a very meaningful, very entertaining and fun program lined out, but I think this year will be a great way to really get the message across and get people to maybe even want to invest more in their giving when they really get to hear and see what the dollars that they're giving are doing in the foundation.
Absolutely. So the gala is coming up on April 16th. Before we run out of time here, where can folks go find out more information and register? to attend?
Yes, you can go to our website, which is dseducationfoundation.org. So dseducationfoundation.org, and there's information there, sponsorship opportunities, as well as a place to just register to watch. And like we said, it's free to watch. We want to encourage everyone to tune in, watch these amazing, talented kids, talk about what's happening here in the foundation. And if you don't know about the Education Foundation, it's a great place to learn more in a really fun way. So I hope that everyone will join us on April 16th.
Fantastic. I promise I'll put a link in the write-up too. So you guys, all you have to do is click the link. We thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Stephanie and Audrey, for your time. Was there any final thoughts to share with our community before we say farewell today?
I don't think so. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
And I look forward to seeing y'all on April the 16th. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye.